the opportunity to introduce Ukraine Geological Survey. Thank you and thank all the European countries and world civilization for the support of Ukraine, because it's a very hard situation for now. And that's why our general director, he has no possibility to attend this great meeting. And he sent the great congratulations for you for your anniversary. And if you let me, I will start the presentation. Ukraine today is in a very complicated situation, but we still are working on our worldwide projects. And first of all, the topic of our presentation is critical mineral opportunities for the United Europe. In 2021, Ukraine was among the top 10 producing countries for titanium, iron ore, kaolin, manganese, zirconium, and graphite. Also, there are a lot of proven reserves of metal-associated and low-carbon future used in innovative technology, such as lithium, beryllium, rare earth elements, nickel, and copper. In order to attract investments and technologies to Ukraine, we have already taken several important steps. First, in July 2021, Ukraine and the European Union concluded a memorandum on strategic partnership in raw materials. The roadmap includes value chain integration, research and innovation cooperation, geological data sharing, training, and better sustainable mining standards. Secondly, a number of Ukrainian government institutions, mining companies, and organizations joined the European Raw Material Alliance and European Battery Alliance in order to promote and implement the joint venture projects in mining, processing, and creation of end-use products. Together with EMR, we're going to launch the first business forum, which will take place in Brussels during the Raw Material Week. We'll be very happy to see all of you on the event, which will be on November 17th. Third, in Ukraine government, we introduced the open door policy for all investors. And that's why we will be presenting a list of more than 30 exploration and production parcels, which are available online in our investment atlas. Nowadays, the Ukraine government works to provide guarantees to ensure the military risk, and we also work with our international partners to get sovereign guarantees from other governmentals as well. We are convinced that Ukraine should be an integral part of the European Critical Raw Mineral Act by 2030, which should be approved by April 2023. This has to be another strong step in the direction of Ukraine integration into the strategic priorities of the European Union. So let's have a look on the couple of slides to explore a bit more details of critical mineral resources potential of Ukraine and to understand better where exactly Ukraine could meet the needs of Europe. Titanium. Ukraine is one of the 10 leading countries in the world in terms to have proven reserves of titanium, and it accounts for 7% of global production. 28 fields and more than 30 ore bodies have been discovered so far. The main titanium containing minerals and ilmenite routine. Zirconium is often a co-product. Lithium. As of today, lithium is not mined in Ukraine yet. But reserves accounts for nearly 1/3 of those which are proven in Europe. Also, there are 3 explored fields within Ukraine with the lithium oxide, and there are also several lithium ore occurrences which are expected to be worth to explore. Also, we have rare and rare earth metals. The reserves of rare and rare earth metals, such as tantalum, niobium, beryllium, are known to exist in 6 fields within Ukraine. Currently, tantal and niobium extraction is not commercial volumes, and it's carried out only as a co-product of titanium ore. There is one huge licensed beryllium field in Ukraine, which contains also titanium, niobium, zirconium, molybdenum, lithium, and zinc. Cobalt. There are 12 silicate nickel fields in Ukraine, which contains cobalt as a co-product. The known cobalt reserves are up to 9,000 tons. Graphite. Ukraine is one of the world's 5 leading countries in terms of graphite reserves, which are about 19 million tons of ore with a natural graphite content from 5 to 8%. There are 6 known fields, one of which currently produces annually more than 5,000 tons of graphite concentrate and was acquired in 2021 by the Australian public company World Resources. In order to develop and innovate the potential of graphite, the European Commission initiated a scientific research program, Graphite Flagship. However, today in 2022, because of Russian military aggression against Ukraine, part of reserves of Ukraine coal, oil and gas, metals and non-metallic raw materials, which have been used by Ukrainian industry for many years, right now are temporarily occupied. Also, on the temporary occupied territories, there are deposits of a variety of minerals, particularly metals, needed for the cleaner, more sustainable future. They could be available for use by future generation of Ukrainians as well as for export, enhancing of the security supply of Europe. From 2014 till today, Ukraine has been unable to access many deposits of various raw materials, and over 500 issued licenses for exploration and production of minerals right now are beyond reach. It represents more than 20% of existing licenses in general in Ukraine. Nowadays, the military risk is decreasingly delayed as Ukrainian armed forces regain our territory and push the enemy back. It is obvious after this war, Ukraine desperately needs massive investments and the arrival of foreign capital in the technological demanding upstream industry for the extraction and processing of critical minerals. To proper understanding of critical minerals deposits, Ukraine gives the opportunity to become, and we want to be the one of the link in a resilient supply chain of critical minerals with our strategic North Atlantic partners. It has to allow Ukraine to contribute to the integration of its economy into modern high-tech production cycles and also support the development of open autonomies of the European Union. Understanding this, even during the war, Ukrainian Geological Survey and Ukraine systematically implements comprehensive reforms designed to increase its investment attractiveness. A key element of this reform is to ensure convenient and equal rules for access to the raw material through deregulation and digitalization of permitting processes. We digitalize all possible services, and it is very interesting that it was during the war that the world will notice how far Ukraine had advanced in the process of digitalization of public services. In particular, we have created our Ukrainian National Geological Portal, which right now gathers almost 15 information database, and the publicity access interactive maps which contains information about more than 3,000 licenses and almost 10,000 counters of deposits. Also, it was added information about land plots, national parks across Ukraine, as well as about thousands of promising spots with the raw materials and construction. Because we will need all of these construction materials to develop our Ukraine, and because we need to rebuild and recover our country from the very beginning. With the full access to the online big database, there are huge possibilities to analyze available information and to find required not only geological data, but also we have all environment details and if there are possible restrictions about the usage of our deposits. With the great demand, all of our interactive maps are widely used by different analytics, geological staff, and only just investors to look through what we have. So our site is very user-friendly, it's access free, and it's full of information, which is very useful for all of people in Ukraine. That is why it's now very easy to get a lot of information about possibility to invest to geological survey and to start the production projects in all the fields within Ukraine. Information in our portal is divided to the topics such as construction minerals, critical minerals, oil and gas potential minerals and researches, seismic data, well data. Also, we have interactive map of water intents. It consists of all of the wells that we have. We have the monitoring groundwater. Each year, we publish the data from the license who use this on the groundwater and what are the results of contents of these waters. It's very important because on the occupied territory, there are a lot of pollutions of the underground water that are registered right now, and for Ukraine it's a very huge problem to solve these problems. But still, what we are doing with the great demand right now in Ukraine, it's our electronic options because we open all of the geological data and we make the process very easily accessed. Huge amount of businesses are right now interested in invest of production, all of the type of resources that we have in Ukraine. So it's water, oil, gas, and right now the biggest project for Ukraine is to invite all the technologies that would be involved in Ukrainian critical mineral resource production, because for now we don't have any one great field to be in the production. So on top, electronic auctions for the sale of exploration and production license have proven themselves well, and in recent years online auctions have become a model of transparency and simplicity. Also, we developed online electronic cabinet of the subsoil user, a product that has no analog in Europe. Each applicant will be able to communicate with the government's agencies through his personal online account and invite new subsoil parsers and to make changes on the existing documents using modern interactive tools. So it works such as our Ukrainian digital platform DIA. I hope that you also heard about this because our Ministry of Digital Transformation of Ukraine did a great job. That's why all Ukrainian people like to be with their smartphones, and that's why we want like geological survey to be on time and to let everyone to use his laptop, smartphone, even to explore geological information and to get the information that is required. So, if you are interested in, you just have to click and to have QR code, and you will have the access to all of our open data geological information, and each day we are working on the process to make the data full, because right now with the start of Russian aggression, our geodata is very in bad situation with the safety, because a lot of buildings, even in the capital of Ukraine, are bombed, and it's very hard to hide, to remove all of this information, because still in Ukraine we have a lot of researches that are still in the paper records and paper mappings. That's why each day people who have possibility to go inside the office to work even without the electricity, they make the secondary documentation, they digitalize it how they can. So we have to scan and digitalize all of the storage, and after that we upload all the data online, so everyone can access the reports, the graphics. And right now we are also thinking about 3D modeling of all of our deposits. We start from the oil and gas segment, and after that we will be doing critical mineral resources. But as we have some restrictions in our legacy system, we are making reforms so to open fully access to this geological data. So we have the plan how to make all of the information uploaded online, and we're making our best to make process of digitalization very easily and user-friendly. So we even have the video how our colleagues are working right now in very hard conditions, but I hope, I hope everyone of you understands how it's not very easy right now in Ukraine, and we're very grateful for the support that you provide to Ukraine, and we want to be the part of the European Union society, which will be working all together for the worldwide purpose to serve the people, because geologists are the people who serve the society, and we help the society to understand what processes are going on with our planet and what can be the prediction for the further 5, 10, 15, 20 years. So I thank you all of you, because Geological Society is the best society that I ever saw. My parents are also geologists, so as you said previously, huge amount of geologists have made their work, and huge amount of geologists should make their work further. Thank you very much for your attention.